contact my microphone, but appears to be working. Excuse me. A little bit too much carbonated stuff. Well, even this one is getting drenched. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it, right? On the boobs wet. Because I'm a big boy, so I have under boobs. Oh man. I need a clean shirt like every 2 hours, but that's not going to happen. Well, the stream will be approximately 2 hours. Hi, Time Roller. You just went live yourself and you're in my channel? So I rated you yesterday because Twitch still said you were live and then you weren't anymore. So I sent people humidity. It's not only the humidity, it's also the heat. Currently it's cooling down. We had the rain and then there are dark clouds right now. So it's going to storm in some part of the country. We had hail. So we had 100+ degrees followed by hail. It's actually quite common because 100+ is way too high. And so yeah. Then we get a new storm front. Hi Cortain, neighbor. Are we neighbors now? Hi, how are you? By the way, I didn't say. Hey, we have Time Rose says hello, and Cortain is here. Hello. I hope all is good. Yeah, I'm not gonna say what you did right, Time Roller. Oh, Timey and you are neighbors. Oh, I was like, yeah, we are neighbors. Well, we still inhabit the same planet, so technically, in that sense, yeah, we might be neighbors, but you're not near or close. I saw what you wrote. So I have, currently it's still cold. If it's still at the end of the stream, I don't know. But yeah. So today was an eventful day, working from home because I had to visit the hospital. Well, basically I had to visit my doctor who has a practice on the other side of the hospital on a separate building, which we used to have, which was originally built because of COVID to get your COVID shots. But yeah, we're not doing that anymore. So, and the area that my doctor used to practice in, or had her practice, they are doing constructions over there. So she moved to the back side of the hospital to that new area. Well, I think it's still funny, Timey, only it's not family friendly funny. Well, I think it's still PG-13, but yeah. So yeah, I had to go there to get a blood exam. So basically, suck blood out of my body for, like, I think it's 3 files that they did. But yeah, I came there and it's like, yeah, we don't have any forms sent to us. We don't know that you are coming. We don't know what type of tests we need to do, and if we don't know what type of tests we don't need to do, we don't have the stickers for them to put on the files, so we do the proper tests on your blood, which makes sense. So I don't suspect that my diabetes doctor is watching. Sometimes she's such a dimwit that she forgets stuff, like sending in an appointment that I had to do blood. I take time off from work to go there. And then I'm there, and then I had to wait an hour and a half before they corrected everything, and I still got to do my blood stuff. And the nice little nurse who was very nice, who had no idea what kind of shirt, what was on my shirt that I was wearing, which is currently inside out because yeah, I sweat a lot and it has to go into the laundry, but I was wearing it over here. Benefit of working from home, you can do it shirtless, which I did because I had no meeting whatsoever. But yeah, this is my Neuroshima Hex shirt. This is Moloch. And that means she was looking at it like, what the heck is that? Yeah, if you don't know Neuroshima Hex, the other side is quite, well, not that busy, but this side, it's so busy. So, yeah, it's basically, if you know. Wait, are your doctors incompetent too? No, only my diabetes doctor, but technically she isn't a doctor, she's a diabetes assistant. And I feel like she went to some school for like a month. It's like, oh, sugar high, take less sugar. Sugar low, take more sugar. Because that's the only response I get when my sugar is too high or too low. So, yeah, I don't know which school she went to, but I have a feeling I can do her job. I'm only not licensed to prescribe drugs, which she is. Which this is part of. Which I'm currently on the base, but I do believe that I had my sugar level not corrected since yesterday. Yesterday my sugar level was way too high. So sugar check, what was my sugar current? Yeah, that's not that high anymore. Look, it's still too high. And I have reasons for it to be that high, so yeah. You will be replaced by AI soon. Duels? Yeah, maybe. And by the way, hi Duels. What kind of noob doesn't know Yoshimax? I know. But I understand that it's so busy that you have no idea what you're looking at. You just see dots. And I get that. But speaking of incompetence, so you get the needle inside your, well, they always take the inside of your elbow. Because somehow the blood is flowing nicely there and it isn't interrupted when it's stuck with a needle. I don't know. When you donate blood, it's the same thing. But I have a little condition that happens every time, and that's this. So that light little spot over here, that's where the needle went in. And then, oh, we spray a little blood outside. And this, and then it's, I don't know, yeah, you can see it, it's also blue. Sometimes it's worse. Sometimes it's like I could get like this big. Yeah, I have this all the time. If either donating blood, getting a blood exam, every time they put a needle in there, no matter how careful they are, I always get this. Yeah. You do the walls. Oh. It doesn't hurt or anything, but it sucks because it's hot. I'm walking around with short sleeves, and then I get this. And everybody's like, what happened to you? Well, I donated. Well, I didn't donate blood. Yeah, I gave blood because they had to research it. So there's that. It's like, why is my Discord going off? But that's timing going live. Whew. Man, is it hot in here. I'm still sweating. I did close my window because there is bad weather predicted. And I don't want... color guard test? What the heck is a color guard test? I'm Googling because I'm already 46 and I never heard of it, so... Color guard test. Okay, yeah. Now I know. It's for, yeah. I never done that, to be fair. I get a translated version, but I'm not sure if that's also valid in the Netherlands. DNA changes like blood in the... let's not talk about that. But yeah. Poop in a box test. Yeah. Well, it beats a colonoscopy. That's true. That's true. We can order them here, but I'm not sure if it's also 45. Currently, my bowel movement looks normal, except when... So I have to take one of these each meal. So breakfast, lunch, dinner. Sometimes I accidentally, or not too accidentally, skip breakfast because I'm just too busy doing other stuff before I go to work. Mostly replying to emails and all stuff, not work related, but channel related stuff. That means that I take 2 of these for lunch. And then my stomach might like to say, you know what? Let's make it more liquidy. Getting old is fun. Yeah, I don't mind getting old. I'm only like 24 years, no, 23 years away from retirement. Feels like a lot. Already did almost, yeah, I did 2/3 of it. There's 1/3 left. It might be even less. Oh, in 1979. Close to it. So, according to this, my pension age is 68 years and 6 months. So currently I'm almost 22 years away. Almost. So yeah, a lot to do, and hopefully I build up a nice pension, and then I will die at 70 and never spend that money at all. Well, then part of it will go to my son. So there's that. I think no, not to my ex-wife. I believe. As soon as I'm getting pension and we are not married, which we aren't, so she's not getting anything. If I die before I get pension, she gets a part of it. That's one thing we've got to arrange during the divorce. Same goes the other way around as well, by the way. Okay. I think that's enough chatter, right? Now you know everything I have done today. Well, not to the detail. I worked. Not telling you what I'm working on. My boss won't allow that. So let's see if this is still good. Yeah, this is still good. Cool. So, we have the GenCon preview list. I filtered on stuff I haven't prioritized yet. That's helpful. You don't want to look at the same games next week, right? I might do a lot of not interested because basically I'm not getting the games anyway. But the ones that really pop out for me, I will put on an interested or a must-have. But that will probably be closer to Spiel than to GenCon because I'm not coming this year. I'm sad to say I'm not coming to this year, and it looks like TLN will not be streaming during GenCon as well, because GenCon said, well, we don't have any open slots for you yet. It might change, but yeah, so we won't appear on the GenCon channel as of now. So how does this work? Well, I thought let's sort it by publisher because that's easy. And you automatically start apparently. Well, normally you get self-published first, I believe, but not this time. Or there might be no self-published, or it's currently at the edge of being self-published. So I will open these in different tabs. I'm not going back and forth, just like I do with my my coffee and crowdfunding. I'm not drinking coffee, drinking water. Yesterday I also wasn't drinking coffee because my sugar level was too high. It was still too high at the beginning of the morning, but yeah. So I will be doing this every Wednesday in July, which means the last one will be the night, for me at least, the night before GenCon. So if you still need a couple of things, I can take a look at that, but yeah. At some point, if you are asking in next week's stream, did you look at that? I might have not. That depends which publisher, and did I not prioritize it yet or still. So yeah, there is that. AI stuff is hard to do, so I cannot say, hell no, we are not doing this one. It's not like they say, hey, AI on the artist. It would be nice if they did. Not mentioning an artist doesn't mean they're doing AI, because not all the games have their artist mentioned, which they should, but yeah. Okay. Anything else? I probably will open a bunch per, well, this is a lot, per publisher. And we'll go through them, and that's basically it. If they don't have a thumbnail image, if you're that lazy and your game is coming out in a month from now, or maybe it was already out, and you don't have a thumbnail on BGG, sorry, then you're also not worth my time, because you don't put your time in it to put it on BGG properly, then I cannot help you as well. 21st century, always first in the line. Yeah. So we go to Big Sur, Botswana, which I already clicked because it says 1994, and I was like, what? I'm looking at the release date for these, even though, because this says April 2025, 2024. I got my copy in 2024. I have had it. It's right there. I can talk about it. La Habana, 2009, but also being released again. So they don't always say it's a second edition or anything like that. Lias Dice, a new version. Lias Dice is from the 1800. Did you know that? But it was added on June 3rd. Ra and Wright, I'm waiting for that. My copy of Ra and Wright. I did not back Ra. And Razzia, Red Letter, Sand Art, Vintiplates. Yeah, Wine Cellar, which I backed, so I should be getting anytime soon. Yellow House, which is getting a Dutch version. Yeah, sometimes you have to wait, sometimes we have to wait. So there's a little balance between the two. Okay, so that's a lot of games that we already have to go through. I will stream for about 2 hours, so for me that will be approximately around midnight. I will finish where if I had opened a series, but after that, yeah, we're gonna rate into somebody else. And now the message is popping up. Is it important? I don't know where the message is. It's already gone. Oh, it's timing again. It's timing again. Okay. Big Sur, travel along the Pacific Coast Highway, checking out the scenery and landmarks. That is technically a vacation that I am saving up for. Only I'm not doing the highway, I'm taking the railroad. I'm considering getting from Vancouver all the way to San Diego. Make some stops in between. So what do we have? Multi-use cards, pattern building. Okay, nice. And let's look at some pictures because it's always nice. Oh, that's the last one. Big Sur Lookout. So basically Big Sur is a big mountain. But the walls, Yankees are basically only the people in New York, right? There's something here that's annoying me. It's gone. California. Basically, you're just doing set collection and trying to get one. Anyone north of the Mason-Dixie line is a Yankee. Sure. Like I learned where the Mason-Dixie line is. I've heard of it. I'm not gonna lie, I've heard of it, but I never looked up where the Mason-Dixie line is. This looks like a nice little game. So, oh, now I have to go back up because that's where I was, Big Sur. Interested. Not blown away, but yeah. So Botswana, well, it was basically named after the country. It's re-implemented by Thor. That sounds familiar. No, that's not the one that I thought it was. That's from 2002. Well, basically it's Botswana again, apparently. New edition. It's a lightweight game, which might not be my thing, but I do dig the artwork. Hippo, lion, giraffe, meerkat. Meerkat is... It's basically a Dutch word that translates to lake cat. I'm taking off my watch because it's sliding all over. Because I'm so sweaty on my wrist. Feels weird. And we have an elephant. And this is loco. It's old version. This is the new version. This is another version. So many different versions. I don't know which is the correct one. Riki Afriki. That sounds cool. Riki Afriki. It looks nice, but I'm not blown away, so I put it on undecided. Conservas. I already own Conservas, like I said. So basically your goal is you draw tiles from these discs from a bag and you try to catch certain fish, but not overcatch them because they have to repopulate, because at the end of each month you have to have that much fish of a certain kind and you have to have made a certain amount of money. Some people say it's too easy, some people say it's too hard. I'm on the last one because basically they say, well, you should go one ship first and then it should be easy. And like, yeah, but I'm always out of money because I keep drawing water tiles and water don't earn me income. And then they say, well, you should go fish first. And like, same issue. I keep drawing these water thingies instead of the fish and the shells and the clams and everything else. Like, yeah. Every time I switch strategy, the game just, the luck in the game just works against me. So for me, it's hard. I have finished all 12 months. And the bonus stuff. But yeah, it wasn't easy. But it's a good game. So I put it on interested even though I already own it. Grand Central Skyport operate one of the largest airship skyports in the world. It's a rondel. Nothing else. Oh, please have some more images. Well, it's clearly a rondel. We can clearly see it's a rondel. Do you get the card? Do you play the card? How does that work? I don't know. Because each color... Oh, this one's double. I thought each card had its own color. Ooh, acrylic Luftballons. Airships. Nice. A London, 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 London. It's all London. Do we have another city? 3 to 4 spaces, switch with any stack. So basically you can do whatever you want. Oh, we have New York, we have Paris, we have Tokyo. All the major cities. Well, not really, but sure. It looks interesting. Next up, La Habana. Rebuild Cuba's capital, Havana. Will you emerge as Cuba's greatest builder? I don't know, we'll see. It's action retrieval and management, memory. I don't like memory in games. Somehow I count cards when playing Flip 7, but I don't like memory in games. It's so weird. Set collation, simultaneous action selection. I'm guessing if you play the card, you get those resources. That's the old Rio Grande, but woo, that's a deluxe version. It's a very deluxe version, but I think I'm moving the wrong way. So let's move the other way. Even though these look old as well. Did they reuse the old pictures? Because I don't see anything that says La Habana. Oh, here it says La Habana. Do they cover new version, French, play rates, anything about the new version? Mini expansion, 20th century, back English first edition. La Habana, La Habana. Okay, this looks like La Habana. That's completely different art style, yeah. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. La Habana. Oh, I can order it now on Amazon. Release quarter. That. Sometimes that feels wrong. Okay. Operation Barclay. The Allies and Abwehr tangle to hide or reveal invasion information. Oh, that's rhymes. It's invasion information. Betting and bluffing, yeah, not my thing. Hand management, secret unit deployment, variable setup. Okay. It says country United Kingdom, and then I'm looking at this and I'm saying, well, that's Italy. I'm like, where is the UK in this one? I might be missing something. Is there another side of the map that shows the UK? Because this really doesn't show UK. I see Greece, I see Italy, Yugoslavia, when it still was called Yugoslavia, Albania, Bulgaria, Turkey, Libya, Egypt. It's a 6-month campaign. Nice player pieces, nice tiles. I'm not that much in betting and bluffing. It's really as a comic book kind of style. I don't know if you know Kuifje or Siske and Wiske. Kuifje is Tintin, right? There's that kind of look to it. It's a nice, unique look. I like it. Even though the theme, not that much, so I put it on undecided. Now, all the mechanisms. Liar's dice. Well, you go over to Perudo. And it has the new image. Do they have more images of the new version? Because basically it's dice, right? No. Elias Dice has been so old. And it's 25 bucks. I'm not interested. I already have Perudo, so I don't need it. But yeah, it's a fun game, but yeah. Ra and Right. I do like Ra. I've played it only twice. I want to say I never played it. That's not true. I don't own it. That was I want to. It re-implements Ra. I'm not entirely sure if it does. So when the Ra and Right was announced, I was like, yeah, I got to have that because I love roll and rides. Can it get bigger? No, that's as big as it gets. Simple Egyptian artwork. Oh man, why am I yawning? I don't want to yawn. Is he inspired by Ra? So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Also, it doesn't play solo, so that's a weird thing. Yeah, I'm getting it. It's already on its way. So Ra, the Sun God Edition. You must have had more images. Nope. Includes Traders expansion. Okay, and the other one does not. Yeah, it also does. So it's a nice little cover, but it's nice raw thingy. And here we have more images. So what do we get in the other expansion? Look at those screen printed tiles. They're not cardboard tokens anymore. It's so nice. Climate, yeah, raw. Raw is solid. It's solid, good game. It's a lot of money. $125, but this one is included in this one, so I think it does, but they didn't have pictures, so I couldn't tell. I think they did have the acrylic bits. Okay, Razzia re-implements Ra. So this is Ra on a different level. This is Crime Ra. It's still the same. Auction bidding, push your luck, set collection, yeah. So yeah, if you don't like the Egypt theme, you can have this. Not sure what to think of it, to be fair. It feels so... It's still Ra because, hey, look, it's Horus. The Pharaoh's wooden. My friend is replacing his wooden with the acrylic. Ooh, nice. Nice. You still have mummies and everything. So how is this still Ra? I see cards, but I don't get the Ra feeling. It re-implements Ra. And basically it was already a game. I should have done coffee because apparently I need it. Yeah, I'm not interested in that one. Okay, red letter, yellow letter, red letter, yellow letter, red letter, yellow letter, red letter, red letter. It's a party game of saying words with letters in them. Whoa! And saying those words when they fit in a category, and when they have the right letters in them, that's basically it. All these things are on cards. Okay, now that's pretty much it. It's a party game, it's a word game, it's definitely not for me. Doesn't have O, starts with B. An ice cream flavor, blueberry. Yeah, I already said butter pecan. So I went for blueberry. That also doesn't have an O. Right? Things that start with a letter and doesn't have a red letter. Yeah, if you're good with words, you're good at that, but I don't like word games, so I'm not interested. Sorry. Sand art. Doesn't mean I won't play them if people ask, it's just I'm not gonna buy them. Prototype components. So you're coloring in the sand level based on what So did they do this? Yeah, I see the 1, 2, 3 blue. Do I see this? Sunset? I don't think so. Hourglass, yeah, that's in here. This pattern. I don't see that one returning, the rainbow. So you're filling in this, and then you fill in how much sand you used of a certain, so you cannot use all blues and just put a whole blue jar in. You have the most orange, most purple at the end, and you score points. It's simple, it's not that hard. I think, what is it, a 1 point something, I guess? It doesn't even have a weight yet. It's drawing, paper and pencil, pattern building, and it has a rondelle apparently. It's unique in a and write style. Well, it's draw style. So, yeah. Okay. Put sand art and undecided. Vanity plates. I'm guessing that's what it should say, vanity plates. If you can read the title, you're already playing the game. Oh, we're playing a game, people! Man, I'm so warm and hot. It's a party game. Okay. Any images? So, can we make it big? Oh, we can make it a lot bigger. So, what are we looking at right here? Surfer, chairman of the board. Rock climber, tight and ready to rock. Waiter steps up to the plate. Okay. And then we have to, so we do a W8R. That's a waiter. And a plumber is you draw a plum if you can, and an R. Right, that's kind of like what you're doing. Yeah, that's not for me. It's a word game. So, not interested, sorry. Wine cellar, I backed, so I'm waiting for that. Re-implements wine cellared. So, apparently the apostrophe D is being removed. So basically, the more wines you get of a certain type, the more valuable it is, but still, sometimes you need to make sure you get on a certain number, because too much will also make it go down, and too little will not rise it up, and yeah. I'm moving forward on this one because it's a small little game with all these wine bottles that you have to collect a certain way. Basically set collection, right? Please tell me it has set collection. No, only auction bidding. Okay. Feels like also set collection, but yeah. But yeah, this one is already coming, so. Then the yellow house. I believe it gets a Dutch version, right? I saw it was getting a Dutch version, but it's not there. It makes sense because it's Van Gogh versus Gauguin. At Essenspiel, the novelty show. Yeah, I saw it. I was like, what am I looking at? I see discs moving up and down levels and cards, either Van Gogh or Gauguin. I'm a Van Gogh person. I love Van Gogh. You know, the one, if you're driving a van and you play a game of Go, so proper now pronunciation is Van Gogh, by the way, not Van Gogh, but everybody says Van Gogh. Yeah, two-player game. I'm undecided on this one. It's not that expensive, but yeah, two-player only. It's a little bit hard. AEG has only one thing. Okay, read first to Dirt and Dust, then add AEG. Does Ellicat have a lot? A couple, so we'll do those as well. Kalimala, Tic Tac Track, and Timbertown. Okay, Dirt and Dust. 60 bucks, 1 to 4 players. Event pickup. Always nice to use that button. 3.6. It's a racing game, right? There's solo solitaire, deck bag pool building, dice rolling. It's a racing game. A racing game with a 3.6? That feels heavy for a racing game. I'm guessing you're planning stuff and then you roll your dice and then you can use those stuff kind of like... No, that's not kind of like... I was thinking of Mechs versus Minions, but that's only because you have this, but you don't have the dice. So basically you plan and the dice determine what you're gonna do. Yeah, not sure if I like that. Or maybe you roll the dice first and then you're playing your cards. That's also an option. I don't know the rules by heart. I should stop drinking because I think I'm getting a little upset in the stomach. Even though I'm thirsty and I'm sweating a lot and don't want to start puking while streaming. I don't think that's really something we would like, right? I like racing games. 3.6 feels heavy, so I put it on interested. And then when I do my spiel preview, it's like, nah. Well, then I have to make hard choices because then I'm actually gonna pay for stuff. Now I'm just like, yeah, looks good. I'm not getting it anyway. Into the Machine. Robots blow off steam in a unique race with comborific. Comborific. Oh, okay. Worker placement. I got it. It says comborific. Look at all these thingies. That's a lot of steps. Not sure how it works. I'm looking like, what? Well, I'm guessing these shapes. So we have a square, triangle, circle goes like square, circle. I'm saying square when I'm pointing to a triangle. Oh man. It's going great. Okay. Triangle, circle, square. I'm guessing they go there and then you control the mechanism from going from one end to the other. 2 ways to win. Okay. The other 2 are just to cover, which looks cool. Interested. You can get a demo. It's not for sale. I didn't filter on for sale, to be fair. Okay, barbecues. It's basically stacking stuff on the barbecue without letting it fall in or next to, because if it hits something else then besides the grill or other food, it's not as edible as it used to be, or at least it's not healthy. The other thing I have is like cross-contamination. If I put a raw chicken on my sausage, do I get salmonella on my sausage? Well, how does that work? And why is this fish standing up? You cannot cook a fish standing up. That's not how fish work. It looks cute. It's not the first time Alley Cat is something like that. They had Kitten, which was a stacking game, and the one with when you're building a campfire. So it's cute, but it's not amazing. But for 13 bucks, you basically can't go wrong. 50 bucks, however, for Kalimala, which looks brown. Alternatives Kalimala or something Cyrillic. I don't know what it says over there. Fabio Lopiano, who did Fabio Lopiano, but you did Merv, Sankray, Autobahn, Three Ring Circus. Ooh, there's some nice titles in there. I used to have this one, I sold it. Didn't get to the table as much, sadly. Rakusa, Sapotec is from Fabian. Ooh. I don't know if I have the asymmetric player boards, but I still have Sapotec somewhere. I do like Sapotec. Okay. So 2.77, so mid-weight. Okay. Harold Lieske, it sounds like a Dutch person. Is that Dutch? Siegen North Rhine. Oh no, it's German. Okay. But yeah, the game looks interesting. A message in a bottle. Oh no, genie in a bottle. Well, it's super easy. So it must be a party game. Oh yeah, party game, dice, educational, and word game. And it's also real time. Oh, this is so not up my alley. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Doesn't mean it's a bad game, it's just not up my alley. So yeah, I can make sax and saxophone, and that's it. I can. Oh, I do have to use the yellow die in the middle. What? Marble. Oh, I can add letters. Oh, sure told me. Okay. Yeah, nah, not really. So tic-tac-track. Sounds like a stacking game. Oh, look at those nice little fire. So basically you're playing tic-tac-toe with tiles. And I'm guessing tiles of the same color need to touch each other. From what I'm seeing here. I don't know what use the campfires have, but apparently you can place them at some point. You like tic-tac-track, Cortain? Well, it doesn't look awful or bad or anything. I'm just curious how this works. So when do you place a campfire? Oh wait, I think I know. Because you have 3 X's in a row, you put an X fire on there. Same goes with the circles. I got it. It's like multiple tic-tac-toes. Yeah, that's what I thought, Cortain. That's exactly what I thought, and I was right. Yay! But yeah, they might make like nice little tin games that are easy to play on vacation. Endpoints are empty spaces around the campfire. Ooh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So it's maybe not that heavy, right? 1.0, but still a little strategy. I like that. I like that a lot. And it's like, what, 13 bucks? So that would be like 10 euros. Yeah, I might get that when Alley Cat comes to Spiel. And then we have Timbertown. Not heavy, but elegant little game. Sure looks like that. So, hey, we have a nice little beaver. I love... Oh, that was the last one. I was going backwards. Look at that. Please don't tell me this is AI because it looks good. Interesting. Just, I get a little bit of Karuba vibes from this. I'm pretty sure it's not exactly like Karuba, but I'm guessing you're drafting certain tiles. Are we drafting tiles? Feels like drafting. Open drafting, yeah. Connections, slide, push, tile placement, variable player setup. Not too heavy, but it's only 2 player. Why shouldn't is it not able to play more? Feels like I want to do this with more than 2. And I'm interested. Okay, all play. All play, of course, all play is there. They have alibis. They have For the Emperor, who is wearing no clothes. Llama Llama. Merchants of Andromeda. Money. Well, they can always give me money. Outland with an expansion. I'm skipping expansions. I think I will skip expansions. Because basically, if I'm interested in the game, I might be interested in the expansion as well. Ruins by John DeClaire. Any more John DeClaire titles that I'm missing? No. Slambo, Soda Jerk. All played by Chris Yee. Yeah, but Chris Yee, you cannot promote your own thing on the Dice Tower. I saw it. Terrible quest. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I wonder expansion. Vegas Strip, FIFO, Waddle, and Wordsea. So, and that's Gilhova, Corné van Moorsel. Oh, I don't like Corné van Moorsel. He's a Dutch designer. But yeah, during COVID, he was an anti-vaxxer, a COVID denier. So yeah, he's not one of my favorite people, to be honest. I believe I have one game of his, and that's Roll to the Top. That's it. This re-implements Nikochi, and apparently it's chicken. I don't know why it's chicken. Los Angeles, blackboard, cars, Paris, drop, guitar, belt, horse. Well, I don't know what the pictures have to mean. Kindergarten, it's a gorilla. I don't know. Okay, make an alibi, link two of your criminals. Teacher, so kindergarten, blackboard, yeah, that's teacher. I get that. Use two other alibis to eliminate suspects. Okay. Find a real perp without an alibi. Ah, so somebody has two criminals connected and two others connected, and everybody does this. That's why one is still open there. Okay. It's kind of like a Codenames variant, right? Undecided. For the Emperor. Outsmart and outmaneuver your opponent's clan in this card-based area control duel. So that's a two-player game, yeah, because you said duel. A majority, card play conflict, hand management. Okay. This feels like Hotten, Schotten, Totten, Jotten, Kotten, Dotten. It really feels... Yeah, it really feels like Schotten, Totten. So, not interested. Llama Llama. Dog poker. I don't know how to play dog poker. Is it any good? No, it's llama poker. A is 1, A is 2, G is F. Okay. You already got an A, and you got a pass card. Llama Llama cover. That's it. Not many images. Close drafting, open drafting. That's it. Not sure if it's any good, to be honest. It's not drawing me in. Merchants of Andromeda, 3 to 5 player. That's already a loss of me. Re-implements Merchants of Amsterdam. Merchants of Amsterdam sounds so much interesting. Oh, that's this ugly thing. Okay, never mind. I did not say anything. Let's go to Merchants of Andromeda. 3 to 5. That's basically because there is auctioning. Yeah. Auction games most likely always needs 3. Yes, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna sleep so well. Oh, for an hour. We have 1 more hour to do this. So okay, no, I'm not interested in that. Then we have money. That's also kind of like binning. right? This also has bidding, yeah, auction bidding. So many bidding games. It's a reine Knitsche. Knitsche does so many bidding games. Look, we have the euros, we have the gulden, because that's 50 gulden, I believe. That's pounds. That's one of those is yen, I believe, and the other one is the Chinese, which I don't know which it is. We have the dollars. Then roughly the same value. Well, not true. Because 50. No, not close even. So you're auctioning off money. Oh, this is the old version. This is the new version. What's the current version look like? Oh, now we have anthropomorphical animals. So I'm like, yeah, this means that these are the cards. Cookie. Okay. I get that they didn't want to do cultural things, because yeah, then you need a cultural consultant, which costs money, but I think for this game it might have worked better. No, we're not going to Outland yet. I'm not interested. These are all small games, so you could get multiple if you have the money. Outland. Explore a mysterious island and document its bizarre flora and fauna to score points. Oh, that's that card overlay. You lay the one card on top of the other, and then I'm guessing you can claim or move certain characters. Well, this is prototype version. That's why they have tiles instead of standees like these. Pengaroo, a chitoise, a baguette. Weird creatures, at least. A whalephant. Place across two adjacent territories, 3 per space in the bigger territory, and -3 per space in the smaller territory. So you basically want, okay, yeah. So there are placement rules for the animals. And it's called Outland because of the weird thingies. I'm undecided on this one. It has a solo mode, but that doesn't mean I want it. Custom heroes. Wait, I still own custom heroes. So all players doing an old AEG title? Custom heroes? Really? Because we did like custom heroes. I still own it somewhere, I believe. Is it on the shelf? Not that I can see. I believe I still own it. I never sold it. Because it has that card building effect, so you build one on another. In custom heroes you had a basic hero, but yeah, the arms and the feet were on the same spot, so that could change. I think I like that better than this. You can put this on the temple, this here. It feels too simple, too cheap, to be honest. So yeah. Outland, and that's also undecided, of course. It's John Declare, because John Declare did the other one as well. 17 bucks. Get a solid game from it. Yeah, it has that ladder climbing effect. So basically you make a card stronger, but then all cards get reshuffled, and that means your strong card can now be going to somebody else. It's John Declare. It's solid. Slambo. Basically, you're doing cards. And it says Shihatanake, or I cannot read it correctly. Put my watch face down, and now the green light that tracks my heart rate was like lasering up. Like, oh, that's annoying. So Oshidashi Okuritsuhidashi. Almost sounds like the same moves in judo. And there might be some similarity, of course. Stay balanced as a sumo wrestler using careful hand management or get slammed. It's just hand management. Yeah. Not interested. Okay, now we get a Dice Tower original by Chris Yee. Soda Jerk. Nice simple artwork. Straight to the point. There's nothing wrong with that. Commodity speculation and hand management. So what do they mean with commodity speculation? Subversive investment in which players buy and sell commodities of various types. They can change the value throughout the game. Okay, cool. Play a card face down in front of the one taps, which also labels strawberry, blueberry, banana, kiwi, and orange, or flip over a face down card. That almost sounds like the same thing like a gift of tulips. That's kind of the same thing, trying to raise the value but also keep the value. And yeah. Well, not exactly, but it has the same feeling, and I like Gift of Tulips for some reason. I'm interested. It's only $9. Come on, $9. Now we go to a terrible quest. It only has one image. It's 1 to 50 players. Tear this game to shreds strategically to score points. Solitaire real-time matching. Then you have to equip yourself a power weapon, stand off a terrible boss, and loot gleaming treasure chests using the powerful ability of tearing paper. I don't like that. I don't like tearing paper, even if it's only $9. I don't like it. Okay, Twinkle Twinkle. I think I've already seen this one before because you're building constellations and everything, right? This looks so cool. With the acrylic tiles. It looks so freaking cool. Connections, grid coverage, map addition, open drafting, pattern building, and set collection, square grid, tile placement, action turn. Turn order, claim action. Okay. I'm interested. And of course, then I'm also interested for the expansion. Vegas Strip. By the way, all these titles are not that expensive. There might be small titles, but okay, yeah, that's a 30-minute game, but still. It's like they're making games cheap again. Which is hard to believe. We have the Vegas Strip. To be fair, I've never been to Vegas. But I don't believe it looks like that. Or has ever looked like that. Santorini, well, that's in Greece. Nice tiles. It's Vincent Dutray artwork, right? Has to be. So recognizable. Bluff and strategize to expose corruption. It's a deduction game, bluffing and deduction. Players have hidden information about which casinos are corrupt. Take turns playing money tiles, 2 2s, 2 4s, and 1 5, 1 6, 1 7 into different casinos. When scoring a corrupt casino, the highest bidder wins the jackpot, and everyone else can. In a non-corrupt casino, whoever has the most points there loses. And everyone else gets points equal to the bid. Players cannot place more than 2 tokens at the casino and cannot place their highest token at the casino they know is corrupt. Yeah, that last one feels like, oh yeah, our game felt broken, so we put this rule in. Which makes me feel like not interested. Fievel, the board game. A trick-taking game where puppies sing and follow format changes every trick. And this is all the artwork we have. Each round are starting revealing a harmony type, solo, duo, trio, quartet. Okay, it's a trick-taking game. It's nah. Even if it's that cheap. Then we get Waddle by it's re-implements Gypsy King, which probably was also from Cornet. Yeah. Because then it was Swali, because that was there. So Waddle. Okay. I believe you put a marble here and it rolls down and you have to do something before it's completely down. And turn order depends on how long you get to make connections. What? Okay. So, what's the idea? Place a penguin onto an unoccupied hex adjacent to the lowest number water hex, then pick up your marble and place it on top of the same turn tracker column. Scout ahead by picking up and placing your marble on top of the inactive turn track column. So that basically you're... Yeah, it's not that only because I have something against Cornet. It's just I'm not feeling it. And Wordsy, same thing. I know it's a Gil Hofer game, and Gil makes nice word games, but I'm not a word game enthusiast. It feels like another paperback or hardback type variant. And it says re-influence Prolix, which I'm not interested. Sorry. We still have 15 minutes. Okay, if I like one Evian, I'm liking them all probably, so I will just open one. Storytellers, Whale Riders. That has been out for a while, but this is a new one. And how much do we have for Arcade? Not that much from Arcade Wonders. Buffet Boss, Cat in the Tower, If Then, and Number Chain. Okay, that's it. There's Ares. Oh, okay, we can do Ares as well. Perfect Mismatch, Quartermaster General South Front, Viking Road, and Wunderwaffen. And that's not a Stroopwaffen. Okay, Evian or whatever. A Vagabond Wastrel and Bumbling Friar meet at the crossroads. Not many images. Oh, we have more images to go on. Why am I not seeing those images? Ooh, we have miniatures even. Are these versions intermixable? Can I play with two Evians together? Action points, deck construction, grid movement, hand management, interrupts, and take that. I don't like the take that part. The artwork looks fine. Intense fighting game with strategy of deck building to create an experience unlike any other. Mix and match to create your own unique character. Okay. And undecided. So those are all undecided. Why is this translated? Why is this in Dutch? Mei, which is Dutch for May. Okay. Storytellers. Select the most popular animals to play roles in a book of fairy tales. It's a kids game, so it's definitely not for me, age 5 and up. Which is fine, kids need games as well. And this is appealing artwork for them. It's just one thing on each side, so it's not overcomplicated indeed. And then you need to, I don't know, feed, help, do something with the animals. Because this text is also not. Once upon a time when idols were small children. Well, I'm still a small child. The characters who can take on any role: a brave knight, a sad musician, mischievous witch, or clumsy ninja. A well-up story. Okay, it doesn't tell me a little bit on how it works. So, but yeah, it's a kid's game, and that's definitely not for me. Wheel Riders. Ride your wheel. Oh, I have played Wheel Riders before. Yeah, then it's how far are you going? Do you get your stuff and set collection? Oh, it's been a while since I played it. Is this a new edition? Because, yeah, 2021, and they say it's Q2 for 2024. That's July. So Ape Games get their own edition, but it's still Vincent Dutray artwork. Oh, this is definitely something different. It's the same idea, but with donkeys. Okay. Wheel Riders is fun. It's a good game, but I already played it, and I'm like, I don't need to own it. So, on to Arcane Wonders. Buffet Boss. Oh, I'm getting a flat butt, and not in a good thing. Buffet Butt. It sounds like Animal Upon Animal, but it doesn't say so. But we still stack animals, right? Each stack their own buffet. You start with ice cream. I'm guessing that's ice cream, is it? I'm guessing this is ice cream, and then you have grapes and a muffin and shrimp. Oh, that's a nice combination. What do we have here? So we have avocado, which is yellow, by the way. I don't know. Banana. We have lettuce, broccoli, steak, fish, shrimp, lemon, and I am not sure what this is supposed to be. So you play cards, stack them. Menu. Oh, that's how many points you get. I'm guessing this is a lobster claw or something like that. Yeah, pesci, fish, fruit, dolce. So that's ice cream, is basic dessert, meat and vegetables. Okay, and basically eggs on the other side. So you need to stack them as high up as possible to become a food boss. Okay. So undecided yet. Arcane Wonders rarely let me down, but yeah, you never know. Okay, cat tower. So we're stacking like Rhino Superhero, but now with cats and just one tower. And you need to put your cat in on a certain level, I guess. Whoa, that thing looks so not properly balanced. Where does it start? There. By the way, if you look away or blink, they move. Okay. That's a whole tower building. Why is it leaning? Is it a picture or is it actually leaning? Why is it not falling? Okay, very simple, very light. I'm not decided yet. If then. A game of cooperative pattern solving. One player is the knower, who reads the custom rule for the round and tells the other players whether their guesses are right or wrong. Everyone else is a guesser. They take turns choosing a card and displaying it. So, event, if then, the other way around. Level 1, level 2, level 3, 8 is bigger than 4, 2 is bigger than, well, 9 or 6. Do the cards rotate? I need a little bit more, but so I'm undecided on this one. Then we have number chain. Number chain. Chain your cards together to empty your hand. That sounds simple enough. It's hand management. It has a German edition. Okay, connect the number on your hand cards with the number on the floor cards. Pivot. If you have 3 of those, or relay, following the current condition and use it to your advantage. If you don't like the current condition, you can reset and change it. Okay. Undecided. I need to play around before I know. Then we have the perfect mismatch. Sounds like my marriage. That was also a perfect mismatch. Guess words on cards through almost nonsense attributes given on the tablet. Yeah, what? Okay, so you have to guide them through. It's more like this, less like this, more like this, less like this. It feels like French toast, to be honest. Communication limits, voting. It's a party word game, so you already know where I'm going. Quartermaster General. Do we have any images? And then I select this, and it's a fast-paced World War II strategy game. Aren't there enough of those? Not gonna lie, aren't there enough of those? Yeah, I don't need another World War II war game. Viking route. Use magnets to sail the waters of North Sea. Oh, is that the one where the boat tips if you get too close? Oh no. Where is it? I don't recall. I believe I've seen this one on Kickstarter somewhere. Most likely. Oh yeah, the wind blows a certain direction, so every ship goes that way. So you try to get people. Then you avoid, if I'm not mistaken, you try to avoid these harpies. And you try to get treasure at some point. And yeah, you just have to move the correct way. And I believe these are the miniatures for these. Oh no, those are pointing to a certain area. Okay. I'm not entirely sure it works, but yeah. X points, cooperative, dice rolling, yeah. Compass and Magnus movement mechanism first introduced by the Faceless. Well, it doesn't re-implement the Faceless. The main game piece, the Drakkar, is represented by a compass and multiple magnets representing ravens and wind. So those are the 3. So basically where you place these, that's the direction the magnet rotates to. That means that's the wind direction, which means that's the way the ship goes. And you need to try to stay away from danger, but also find other stuff. It's a unique idea, and if you're there, I would try a demo. I would. Wunderwaffen re-implements Wunderwaffen. Images, just the one. Okay. It's area majority, campaign, battle card driven, semi-cooperative. Okay. Wonder Weapons is set during the last year of World War II, when the Normandy landings paved the way to the occupation of Berlin and resulting to the defeat of Germany. Using simple rules, the game recreates the troubled collaboration between the Russian, the British, and the American allies in the final phases of war. The German army is near Cologne. During the game, the Allied player must carefully balance the urgency of rapidly advanced towards Berlin with the need to limit the German scientific research. Yeah, I'm kind of done with World War II, so I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we have Button Kingdoms, we have Chess Joker, Good Poppers 2, Innovation, English 4th edition, Innovation Ultimate, Mystic Curling Club, and can we do Avalon Hill? Yeah, we can do Avalon. Cosmo Lancer, an expansion for Hero Quest. I'm not interested in Hero Quest, just saying. Sensible. So I will skip this from BA Games and only get Goats and Goblins and Wanted Wombats. Okay, that's enough. Move all the way back up. Button Kingdoms. 2 to 4 players. Friends in a mock battle for supremacy using their plushies and pets as their units. I don't have any plushies. And technically I don't have a pet. Oh, because you have... Okay, sell sword. Well, then I don't have a sword anymore. Soldier. So, see, that's how you do from concept to final. You don't need AI for that. You can draw it. If you can draw. Which I can't do it. Coming February to Kickstarter. I don't recall this one. Is that a bad thing? The box. Undecided, but it's always nice to get a demo to get deciding. Chess Joker. Turn a classic game of chess on its head with 256 unique cards. Wait, we have cards now. Each card depicts a joke move, such as move your king like a knight or warp your queen to deliver check. What the heck? That's not... That doesn't make chess fun. Definitely not interested. Good Poppers 2. Play with more pups. Fill your yard with all the poppers you can. And then we have this picture. And we have this picture. But it's all good poppers. Age 14 and up. 1 to 5 players. Not much to tell. End game bonuses, open drafting, selection order bid, set collection. Yeah, sorry. I like puppies, but yeah. Innovation. Re-implemented by Innovation Ultimate. Oh, we'll go and get there next. It's a tableau building of infinite possibilities. I never played it. Is it any good? Rank overall 389, so it's in the top 1000. Strategy 296. 7.3 is a decent rating. I'm not gonna lie. Second edition I can get in the Netherlands apparently. And what's the ultimate version then? It re-implements innovation, artificial innovation this, innovation. It's replacing a lot of things. 3.17, that's... So it's innovation and all of its expansions, okay. So what's the price difference between the two? 22 or 80 bucks. Yeah, that's the difference. But even though they appear to be solid games, I'm not interested. Mystic Curling Club. Please have more images of how curling works, because this is like, it's a broomstick and a curling stone. It's a stone, right? Looks like an iron, but... Action, dexterity, dice, and sports. Dice rolling and flicking. Yeah, that's what I figured for a curling thing, but yeah. Yeah. It's too little information to get me excited. Okay, Avalon Hill has Cosmo Lancer. Re-implemented by Beowulf, the movie board game. Seriously, Beowulf the movie board game? Cosmolands in 1994, and it says here June 1st, so it has been released. Vie for dominance and tactically placing tiles and castles over 3 epochs. Okay. Kingdoms. Yeah, okay. I remember this game. I did not like it at all. And now it's in space, so not interested. Then we have Sanibel. Which is by Elizabeth Hargrave. Will be released next year. Collect seashells that come and go with the tide on the beaches of Sanibel. So this will be a hotness because it's Elizabeth Hargrave. Even though it's an Avalon Hill. It's a weird combination. I would never guess those two. Anything we can... no, not depict from that image. I'm interested because it's an Elizabeth Hargrave game. So yeah. Looks cozy, yeah? To be fair, the beach looks a little bit busy. If the beach is that filled with seashells, I'm like, yeah, I'm not sitting at the beach. Because I would hurt my feet. I want to walk barefoot on the sand, not on shells. So, but that's the only thing. Okay, Goats and Goblins by BA Games. Here we can have a proper look of the cards. Out in, Goat, Goblin, Warding Stone, Cave In. That doesn't sound healthy. Cave In. What kind of game is it? Card play, conflict resolution, push your luck. 2 versus 6. I don't know. Anything interesting on the back side? Yeah. As a goblin goat herder, you will push your luck to explore and find your goats. While exploring, you may stumble upon mysterious treasures. Yeah, I'm not feeling this one. Sorry. You can't get a demo, but I'm not feeling it. Wanted Wombats. Designer Kaya Miyano. Yeah, super light game. 1 to 15 minutes. I only see wanted posters as cards, so that's not much to go on. Push your luck. First player to collect 50,000 worth of wombats. Okay. And they're predicting the top card of small deck. The cards revealed if they are correct. What am I predicting? Which card it is? Is it higher or lower? What? How does it work? It feels very, 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 very too light. Okay, Rolling in Wonderland. How much time do I have? I have still a half an hour left. Rolling in Wonderland, the game makers. An expansion for Rebel Princess. I'm interested because I do like Rebel Princess. Happily Never After. Scream, is that based on... No, it's not based on the movie. So we open that. An expansion for Solitar. Undecided because I never played Solitar. Bitewing has Ego, and it has Igor and Iliad and Orbit. Does Blam? Okay, we can add Celestia, even though Celestia is, I don't know how old, but yeah, sure. Location at the Hachette Board Games. And okay, we do Blue Encore as well. Biomes of Nilgiris, Malagasy, and War of Atraxia. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, Rolling in Wonderland re-implements Sonhando cum Alice. Almost sounds still like Alice in Wonderland. Look at that cutesy artwork of Alice in Wonderland. 2015 for Celestia. Celestia's a good game. Good. You now have Mlem, which is basically the same idea. Mlem is also very good. I like the artwork, but is this roll and move or dice rolling, die icon resolution? Yeah, that's not how you say roll and move. Action drafting, majority dice rolling, then die icon resolution. End game bonuses, high score, low track movement. Where's Alice? Where's Alice? Sorry. No. The Game Maker's prototype. Any other images? Oh yeah, we have more. Yeah, Mlem is very similar. You prefer Celestia. Well, Mlem is the uncertainty of the dice roll, of course. Look, it has Kemet, Mansion of Madness, Gaia Project. So basically, it's using the theme that already exists with Meeple Inc., which will be getting an expansion on Kickstarter on the 15th, so 2 weeks from now. So yeah, I do love the game. Do I have it here? I thought I saw it here somewhere, but I don't see it right now. So no, I don't have it here. But I do like it. It's also 1 to 6 players, but these use actual titles and the other ones do not. So I am curious how this holds up against Meeple Inc. And for the people who don't know what Meeple Inc. is, Meeple Inc. Oh no, it's Tabletop Inc. This currently Tabletop Inc. So I'll open it in a different thing. This is Tabletop Inc. So these are not meeples, these are moments. So not people, but human. Even though they could license the word meeple. And you see, you get Wine, Event Horizon, Mars, Wild West. You get all the basic stuff. And it's a solid game, it's fun. See the specialist that you can get. So I'm curious how Game Maker compares to that. Now you're making the original game, the real game. So Android Netrunner, does that still exist? I believe I won a contest in the early TLN years over at Brain in a Jar. I never got my game, my version of the Android Netrunner. Not going after it and as well, but yeah. And yeah, it does has the same fulfill ad agency. It might be a little bit more complex even. They don't have a weight. Age 15 and up, that's high. That's high. Modular board, so that's different. Dice rolling. Well, you don't have dice rolling. So there are definitely different things. You still have a market and a contract and game bonuses as well. But yeah, this one is interesting. Is it a must-have? It has a demo. I'm definitely interested. It's between these two, to be fair. Okay, Scream. Campers must survive a night of their darkest cinematic nightmares. Wait, what darkest cinematic nightmares? Are they watching a movie they cannot do? Campers versus creatures. from the makers of Scram. Now it's Scream, so they just added one more letter. Yeah, I'm undecided on this one. Ego, I have a big one, re-implements Beowulf. Never played Beowulf. So auction bidding, auction sealed bid, auction turn order until pass, constrained bidding, end game bonuses, and 10 more. Wow, events. Yeah, one game ability, open draft, and push your luck variable setup. Okay. Any cool images to share? Get it, screen! Scram with an E. There is a lot going on. Is this a player board? Player boards. Do I still have to collect these boards first, or do I set? Oh, there are different boards. Okay. And they do different things. Okay, good to know. They look a little bit similar, but also not. So, what's Ego about? We're not alone. I knew that. It's the 23rd century and proof of alien life has finally been discovered beyond our solar system. So we didn't find life in our solar system. Auction bidding, turn order. Yeah. If it's best with 4 and 5, it's definitely not for me. Okay, undecided. Okay, Igor. Battle for Olympus and Tiku. Grid movement, once per game abilities, pattern movement, square grid, sudden death ending. It's a 2-player game that has a little bit strategic-ish feel, even though you can see what the other artists are. Wow, man! You really focused in on this piece, and not even that sharp as well. Yeah. Nice tokens. We have the Echidna, we have the Siphon and Geryon, or Typhon, and Geryon, and Hephaestus, Ares, and Hestia. Okay. So it's definitely still Greek. We are defending. One are the Greek gods, the other one are the monsters. Last man standing, or last player standing, basically. That should be better. Wins. It's very light. And then we have the Iliad, which is also Greek. And then we have the Trojan War. So one person are the Greek, the other one are the Trojans. So Hector versus Achilles. Basically the same. No, not the same mechanism. So they are different. It's Greek mythology, so I'm kind of interested, but not super. Then we have Orbit. 21st century galactic tourist race to visit all planets of the Silo system. Yeah, but I don't know where all planets are. So you have to move certain lines, I guess. Spend energy. Play cards to a certain color, load your battery. I'm guessing multi-use cards, that's one thing for sure. I'm looking at these. Multiple maps, point-to-point movement, hand management, race. No multi-use cards, so they look multi-use, but apparently they're not. You have Tech Tree's team-based game. That's Vincent de Trey. Well, oh yeah, now I can see the clearly Vincent de Trey style. It's on the box cover, not that much over here. It's like, yeah, I think he reused the digits from Heat. You can still see the use of Heat in here. The style of Heat. That's the same look and feel. So Orbit. Undecided. Celestia. Yeah, I don't need to own Celestia, but Celestia is a good game. It's a push your luck kind of game. How far can we go before the ship plummets to the depth? You don't get anything. If you get out on time, you get more stuff. If you get the first solo, you get more stuff. It's a nice game. If you don't own it, definitely check it out. Biomes of Nilgiris. That's coming out next year. Embark on an adventure to explore, discover, and conserve the rich diversity of Nilgiris, which is a make-believe land. Travel, explore, journal, study, discover, equip, and conserve. Action event, endgame bonuses, map edition, modular board, and scenario and campaign. Looks almost like picture perfect animation artwork. The Panthera tigris. It's a Bengal tiger, just so you know. Artist Sanjana Singh. Never heard of that person. Undecided yet. Malagasy, is that a Malag? There's Madagascar, not Madagascar. It's a different country. 4 tribes live together peacefully, symbiosis, spirit guides. And, on the playboard, sell players explore the island and the ideal location of the majestic baobabs that are considered sacred. Pattern bills, set collection, tech trees. Please have more images than those 3. No, they don't. So, yeah. That's it. We don't know much, which makes it me actually not interested. I want to see more. Get my interest flowing by showing me more. Hire a photographer or take your own pictures, but post something. War of Civilizations. So basically you're working your way towards the center and maybe claim the center, I don't know. 3 to 6 players, that's definitely not gonna. 2 to 4, why did it just 3? Community says that it can be soloed, seriously? 3 people say that it can be soloed. But best say it's still 3 and 4. 114 euros. That's quite extensive. Release date January 2026. Yeah, it says 2024 here, but that's probably when they went to Kickstarter or something like that. They have events you can go to. This one I have undecided. Okay, Bombix, Pixies. I like Pixies, so I'm interested in a new expansion. Refuge. I like sea salt and paper, and I already have extra salt, so yeah, I'm interested in extra pepper. So it's an expansion on something I already own. Wolf Streets. So basically it's the wall on Wolf Street. Wondrous Museum. That's not Wondrous Creatures. Brotherwise Games has an expansion for adulthood. I never played adulthood, so I'm undecided on this one. Boss Monster Jr. Yeah, not the biggest Boss Monster fan. I don't like the solo mode, and basically nobody wants to play with me, so put these on undecided, even though they are boss monsters. Well, I still look at them because this is released as Q6, so. But yeah. Refuge. Create your walk as far as you want, but before the storm bursts. Okay. How do we walk? Is there a path? Oh yeah, there are paths. So I'm guessing before the storm bursts, so you're doing a push your luck kind of thing. That's what I feel. Yeah, push your luck, dragon back building, okay. You draw from a bag in front of you, choose the tiles. cards you add to your bag carefully for the best chance of earning points. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not interested in that one. It is colorful. I do agree with that. So Wolf Street, Panic on Wall Street, which I never played. So there's not much to go around on pictures, especially since I cannot read this. Sorry. I thought, well, let's look the back side of the cover. But yeah. Auction, business, wagers, investment, negotiation, real-time, stock holding. That doesn't sound like a game for me. The Wondrous Museum. And management, income, set collection, solo, playable. Okay, that's nice. Variable player setup. Wow, that's as big as it gets. Hello. What are we doing? Welcome to the most surprising place in the City of Magic. At the Wondrous Museum, we are thrilled to present treasures of all shapes and sizes from around the world. Driven by the power of wondrous magic, they come to live, all to win your applause. Okay. And you build a card game that collects magical exhibits to run a museum. Represent mini city. Yeah, okay. Also, this does not pique my interest. Oh, I had to get up because my butt is hurting. Luckily, I have like 50 minutes. So, boss monster. This is super boss monster. So basically, what you try to do is to get a hero into your dungeon and hopefully let it die before it reaches the treasure at the end. That's basically it. And Super Boss Monster also has some extra stuff, like there's a city that they can go to and everything. I like it. I like the idea and everything. But yeah, people don't want to play it with me. And then you have Super Boss Monster 2, which only has images, but basically it's... yeah, I like the Super Nintendo kind of look. They went all in for that. And that's why I'm undecided, because I would like to try them, but yeah. So how far we were still in the sea of Calliope games with Martian dice, and then Roll For It going big, and then Galileo Galilei, which I have played, Meltwater, which I haven't. Pagan, I wasn't the biggest fan of Pagan, to be fair. Pirates of Maracaibo, yep. Racing Chicago, is that something different than Racing Seattle? And Sunavalo, it says 2-2, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it also has a solo mode. Tea Garden thus gets a Dutch version, up or down. Kiesling and Crime game, so should be interesting. Martian dice. Dice rolling. Whoa, seriously. Push your luck, re-rolling, unlocking set collection. So kind of like a Yahtzee kind of version. You have to get certain combination of dice. So we have a tank, a death ray, a human, a cow, and a chicken. Okay. It's a very light game. It's Scott Holmes. Scott Holmes is mostly miss lately. Yeah, look, I looked at Tabletop Inc. and look, hey, Tabletop Inc. is here. So I'm not sure about... no, I'm not interested on it. Not saying it's a bad game, but yeah. Roll For It, re-implemented by Roll For It Deluxe or Roll It Express. Sounds like very dice rolly kind of roll and to get to certain cards and the points. Okay. Now Tabletop Ink is popping up here for follow for a free gift. I'm already following, but yeah. That's how ads work, right? They hear me say something and they're like, oh, we should show that. Or I visit something, oh, we need to show more of that. So Galileo Galilei is a nice kind of like engine building or engine manipulation, because these are in certain order, basically random. You cannot get the bottom one. You always start like this, and then you can move up to 3, I believe. So you can choose your actions. You can do the top action or the bottom and the bottom action, I believe, in any order. And at some point you go back, and then the action you took will go back here, kind of like Arc Nova. So how quickly that rotates, but it's not available in your next turn because it's at the bottom. Then we have these, what we call SOBs, these little cardinals, because Galileo and the church are fighting and they end up here. Well, they move your thing over here, and yeah, the lower you are, the less points you get. So make sure you do that correctly. You can go up here and score more points. So whenever you move on a certain track, you can get those. You try to get either the planets or the constellations. And as you can see, those SOBs are rewarded if you get a certain card. And sometimes you have to. It's solid. I liked it. Do I want to own it? Not really. But it is a good game, so I put an interested on it. Meltwater. Look at that cover. So I like that cover. It looks good. It does look good. So after nuclear war, the US and the Soviet forces fight over the survival in Antarctica. So we all moved, well, at least those two superpowers moved to Antarctica to fight there. If I'm not mistaken, technically Antarctica is Norwegian. But there is an Antarctica pact that says nobody can claim Antarctica, but everybody is allowed to do research there. Now we're trying to claim Antarctica anyway. Wow, they nuked Antarctica. That's not good. Because Antarctica is also melting. What kind of mechanism? Action point, hexagon. Okay, that's it. The playmat. Is that a playmat? No, that's the board. It looks nice. It does look nice. Two-player game. Interested. Yeah, this one I'm interested. Racing. Oh no, Pagan, I skipped. Okay, then we're going to Racing Chicago. It has nothing to do with Racing Seattle, except that it starts with racing. Matt Wolf and Harald Lieske. That's not the first time. They combine with Spielworks. So that's a good thing, but probably means it's available at Spiel. So basically we're trying to race Chicago by building towers on a certain spot. This is prototype version, right? Yeah, prototype. Oh, it's heavy, 3.6. It's not the heaviest game I own. I have to check which game is the heaviest, but I do believe I have a 4 point something. I'm definitely interested. Suno Valo, I heard it was possible to play this solo, but apparently it's not. It's from the game builders who also did Planton Nubo, which I really liked. Tinderbox, did they do that as well? Okay. Applejack, which is a solid game. Stevens, I don't know. But I do like Planton Nubo. I thought that Sunovalo was soloable, but apparently it's not. Too bad. Well, if it's anything like Plantanubo, then I am definitely in. 4.0? This one? Nah, this one's 2.6. I have a 4.0, yeah. It temp out before the game hits a 3.x. Yeah, it's mostly they are soloable because it's hard to find people who want to play them because the teach alone might take too long. Last week I taught my mother El Paso. I already rated this one. And El Paso. Okay, it was 2.8, and for my mother that was like whoosh. Yeah. Tea Garden, that should be lighter. Oh, 2.9 still? Ooh. It's getting a Dutch version, I know that. Tea Tone. No. Just not. Doesn't speak to me. You know, when a game you hear the game should be good and feels good. It might be a solid title. I think it's even in the hotness. Right? Is it in the hotness? Yeah, not right now. But yeah. By the way, this is not cold anymore. It has a certain look and feel, and yeah. Yeah, the board. How many pictures you take of the board, I don't care, but because at some point, yeah, I know. Yeah, maybe we'll try to get the Dutch version. Up or down, and up or down. It's a 1.5, so that's light. Build rows of ascending or descending numbers. Well, that sounds simple enough. I think it's card shedding. First one getting rid of the cards. Stacking and balancing, hand management. Okay. Yeah, undecided on this one. Okay, this one just has 2, so we'll do these 2, and then we are calling it an quits for today. Fancy version of the game? Yeah, might be. Caveman Rumble. Caveman is doing it sounds like a kids game, 7+, but that's okay. Yeah, a lot of text on the cards for a kids game, to be fair. Caveman Rumble, done by Caveman Rumble Games. I recall the Dice Tower having a top 10 of publishers, which publishers shouldn't do, and one of them was don't name your company after your first game. Action points drawing, yeah, I'm not feeling this one. Most likely because the kids game. And Portamentals, explore a dice battling worker placement game where you tame elemental dragons. Venture dice game, dice fighting. Because yeah, the only other picture is look, you have dice with certain symbols. 2 to 4 players, 6 to 120 minutes. Yeah, that'd definitely be a 12-up game. And it's also done by Caveman Rumble Games, but it's called Portamental Games. What? Undecided on that one. So, if we refresh, we had 451. We almost did 100 titles in 1 hour. I hope they don't get too many more. Oh, wait, I should put those on not interested because they don't have a picture. Okay, that's a little less. Yay, 350. We did 101. People 101 in 2 hours, well, little less because, of course, we had a little chat beforehand. So, yeah. There is a big list of stuff coming. So yeah, Tabriz and Barrage. Crowd Games is doing Barrage. Okay. I sold my copy of Barrage with everything. I had everything for it. But we'll get there next week. So yeah. Yeah, put it on. Just chatting. I will be back next week with this section. So this will be a 5-week segment every Wednesday until GenCon. So hopefully I will make a little bit more progress towards the end. Because if I do this and there are still a lot of titles coming, then I won't make it. To be fair, I think a month before the convention, you should have everything ready, published on BoardGameGeek. So yeah. I know, Clydeman, I know I own it already. I still have to play it, but I own it already. I want to play against Bonds. Bonds doesn't own it. I might consider gifting it to her and then we do a co-op stream or something like that. Maybe someday. But Bonds has other issues right now. So that's more important. And we'll probably schedule it someday. And maybe I play it against somebody else because I thought I would also play it against Peebles. But yeah. Peebles has also other issues. So that's it. I will be back tomorrow as well. Tomorrow I will be playing The Anarchy by Garfield Games. A game I was supposed to stream almost a month ago, but then I had family issues. I also canceled the stream because of stomach issues, but that was family issues. So those are resolved and I will be streaming The Anarchy. Looking forward to that and showing you that. So join me tomorrow for that. Otherwise, next week, another coffee crowdfunding, another GenCon preview list coming up. Until now, we need to find somebody to raid. Is there somebody live that we could raid? Anybody live that we could raid? Flipsy Fiona is still live. Board Gamer Staff is live. We could raid into Board Gamer Staff. Plus, why not? What are they playing? All the games. They just went live, so we are raiding while they're not ready for us. Let's do that. That should be awesome. So, raid Board Gamer Staff. We're gonna raid into Board Gamer Staff. Everybody, thank you for being here. I will be back tomorrow, like I said. Bye bye.